Hello, boys and girls. It's time for reading workshop. Today I want to teach you that readers can figure out tricky words by using words they know. When you get stuck on a tricky word, you can stop at the tricky word. Then think of other words you know to help you figure it out. Let's practice with some words we know. As I point to the words, I want you to read them with me. Car, back, will. And these words are placed on the chart so that we could start a little game called Shuffle. Now at the bottom of the board, you can see some words on blue strips. These are our new words. This is a new word. There goes another one. And there goes our last new word. I want us to focus on this new word. And let us think. Which of the words that we know up here can help us figure out this word? Turn and talk to someone at home or whisper it to yourself. Let's look at the beginning, the middle, and the ending of the new word. Now let's look at our words that we already know. Which of these will help us? If you said will, you're absolutely right. I'm going to place this word under will. And let's talk about how we know that's the one that helps us. So right here in will, we see the part that says ill. And right in this new word, we see ill. Let me highlight that for you. Ill, and there it is, in will. So that helps us to figure out this word. Now here's a familiar part we learned from our previous lessons. Consonant blends p. And then there is suffix ing that we also learned from another lesson. So when we put this all together, we get the word spill, ing. Spilling. There's a little word spill inside of spilling also. Let's look at the other words. Let's turn and talk one more time. New word, beginning, middle, and the end. Which of these words we know, car, back, will, can help us to figure out this new word? Turn and talk. If you said back, you're right. Let's place this card right there. Move this one away. Again, we see in back, that part that says ak is also in this new word. Let's highlight it. Ak. And now we see the beginning. It's a part, a consonant blend we learned from previous lessons. And at the end, we see a suffix we also learned from previous lessons, suffix. So when we put this all together, we get ak, track, tracks. By now I hear all of you whispering or you shouting, saying, I bet the last one is going to go on the car. Let's put it there and see. You're absolutely right. Because let's see the beginning, the middle, and the end of the word. And right here in the middle, we see this part of car. R. Right there. R. Now there's a part that you learned from previous lesson. There's a digraph. Shh. And we could put that with R and P to make the word sharp. And there's an N that we could use the word 10 that we already know to help us figure out N. And then we put it all together. Sharpen. Sharpen. Let's read the new words. sharpen, tracks, spilling. Good job. Let's see how that works in our reading. Now I picked out some pages from the book Zelda and Ivy, The Runaways. And we're going to choose to look at page 2 and see how that we put those words we know to use in figuring out this tricky word on the page. Let's read. So this is the part where Zelda and Ivy were planning to run away from home because they were tired of eating cucumber sandwiches for lunch. Okay, let's read. I'm coming too, said Ivy. She, her Princess Mimi doll, PJs, tea set, and goldfish cards. Let's zoom in closer. And now let's look back at the words we already know. Car, back, wheel. Turn and talk. Which one of those words can help us figure out this highlighted word on the page? I hear you say back. Of course it's back. Let's look through the word from the beginning, through the middle, to the end. And we notice that part that says ack in the middle. Now we could figure out these sounds. P, ack, give us pack. And there's a suffix we learned from the previous lessons. Suffix id, d, and t. We're choosing to use t because it makes sense. So we have the word packed. She packed her Princess Mimi doll, PJs, tea set, and goldfish cards. Did you notice how when we got to the tricky word, we stop and then we think of all the words we know to help us figure out the tricky word? Today I want you to go off and try it in your books. Remember to stop at the tricky word, then think of all the words you know to help you figure it out. Off you go.